Can you believe it? It's episode number 18 of Going Fishing with Brett Raymer from Tank. Brett is here. He's in his car. Agnes is here. She's in some office right now. The gang's together for the Zoom. How you guys doing?
Good. It'll consider me another touchdown, right? Get it?
Yeah.
Come on, Brett.
Yeah.
Who's your team?
Cowboys.
America's team.
We're wearing a Dolphin shirt, though.
I know. I'm a Dolphins fan, still true and blue to this day. I know I should be Raiders, but I'm Dolphins still.
Nice.
For you.
I'm right there with Brett. America's team, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been a Cowboy fan forever.
Yep. Born and raised the right way. Well, this kind of ties in. It's exciting here in Las Vegas. The draft is here in Las Vegas next week. And so this week we're breaking down, this is season 15, episode 6. This was the big, the Clay Matthews, Green Bay Packers, the big build for his house. This was super exciting. But I want to start with this. This was episode number 149. There's only 4 more episodes after the show until the show goes on hiatus. How was the vibe filming this episode? What was the vibe with the cast? Were you guys all getting along at that point? Describe the scenario that was taking place.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was getting along. You know, it was no problems. The thing was with his house is we did it in multiple stages because it was a big construction project. The house was 30,000 square foot. And believe it or not, we only filmed in parts of the houses that was finished. The house wasn't even finished when we actually did the whole entire install.
Yeah, it was in pieces. It was all, I remember it was not finished at all, under construction fully.
Yeah, when you guys first go out there, it's like a shell of a house. And then when you install the tank, that room, it seems like it's done because you're just focusing on his office. We'll get to all that here in a second, but the show starts with Agnes and Heather. You guys are doing arts and crafts for Wade's birds. And it's during this point that they reveal that Wade has 30 rescue birds in the shop. Was that correct?
Correct. And then he got up to how many, Brett? How many were there total in the end?
There was like, I don't know, there was like 20, 30 birds. It was ridiculous. It was annoying, to be honest with you. It was every time we would either film or every time we would try to have a client or whatever we did, you just hear those birds squawking.
They were actually, you know what it got to be? It got to, you know, like white noise. That's what it became. We were so used to the birds squawking. At times they were annoying, but then you'd go out and they became your friends. They all had, everyone had a name. They were our friends at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then remember the one bird that used to curse?
What would it say?
We had the one bird. He'd be like, fuck you.
No.
Fuck you. Oh yeah, he would just rip it. The bird would just rip it.
Was that ever a concern while filming? During production, you're shooting a scene, and all of a sudden you hear this bird squawking in the background?
Oh yeah, we heard the bird squawking all the time. We would literally have to have people go over there and stand there with like treats and snacks and hold them right out in front of them to let them know whether or not they would want to quiet them down. Yeah,
but they were actually, the birds wanted, when we were filming, it's like they knew we were filming and they were like, wait, we want to be in it too. They did. They became part of the show.
They became stars. So Wade, Wade and Brett, you guys fly to California to meet Clay Matthews and his wife, who's also a designer on Hotel Impossible, and she worked on Design on a Dime. Was there any added pressure when you're designing something for someone who works in the design world and also works in the reality television world?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, those people have their own design in their mind, and they don't really understand aquariums. They just understand design. So when it comes to certain things, when you had to deal with designers, you had to explain to them that you needed certain room for filtration. You needed certain heights on the stand. You needed, you know, there was just a lot of different variables that they never really knew about because they didn't install aquariums. Because what they basically did was they basically did, you know, just houses. They never did water features, and it's a whole different ballgame when it comes to water features.
How did Clay Matthews come to you guys? Did you guys reach out to him, or is he a fan of the show?
No, he was a fan of the show. He reached out to us. And you know what's cool is we got to meet his whole family. Like, you know, his whole family is football legends.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there was Clay Matthews Sr., and then he had, there was another Matthews, and we got to meet all of them. It was pretty cool.
Was in this episode
Yeah.
too, he mentions I think he said they got 3 kids. The 4th is on the way. Kind of reminded me of Johnny Damon with doing a build with someone who has a baby on the way.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, him and his family were great. Like I said, the dad was there when we got there. We got to meet the whole family. Because like I said, it was in the beginning stages of the house that was being built. And literally people kept coming over, and the dad came, and this one came, and that one came. And it was fun for sure.
It was another family affair completely. It was awesome.
You guys go outside and you start hitting some of these golf balls in his backyard, and what a great scene where Wade, he loses the club. I mean, was he that bad of a golfer that he loses the club into the canyons?
So that was planned, and they never told me. That was planned. They had that planned. Dude, I was laughing so hard because Wade's that bad that I really believe that he would actually do something like that. Oh my God, that was really funny. They got me pretty good.
Is that how a lot of stuff would take place with a lot of those pranks where they tell Wade, hey, when you get out there, chuck the club and not tell anybody else, so he was the only one in on the joke?
Yeah, that's what they were great at. They were great at doing that stuff. They were great at telling everybody, everybody knew except for the person getting pranked. So that's what made it so authentic, right? I had no clue what was going to happen. And then when he did it, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he just threw the club into the canyon.
That's like they got us with the bubbles. I don't know. That's a later one, but they got Heather and I with the bubbles in the bathroom. Do you remember that, Brett?
Yeah, I remember that. We also got you with the fake bottle over the head.
What about the pie on the face?
Pie in the face.
That was an original. That was one of the first ones. That was they planned a lot of really good pranks on that show. It was fun.
This really was a fun episode of watching it. There's a great, I know it was kind of towards the end of everything, but there's just a great vibe. You guys had great energy during this episode. At one point, Agnes, you and Heather go to see dwellings, but I do feel like, here we are, season 15, 140 plus episodes. I kind of feel like everyone has a little bit of Hollywood towards them. I mean, Brett, you've got this golden tan going on. Wade has lost. Wade is, yeah, like your dad. Wade has lost some weight. Wade's looking a little bit better. And then Paul from Sea Dwellings. I mean, he's got a cane, he's got a beard, he's got these glasses, he's got a top hat. I mean, I felt like everyone at this point, they're getting a little Hollywood on us.
But Paul, that's really Paul. Paul's in a band. That's really Paul. He is in a band, which you would never think, and he's in one of those hardcore bands, like where they,
like Slipknot.
That's
no.
Yes. So
yes.
That's an act. That's really Paul. But yes, look him up. He's really in the band. I don't know if he's still doing it.
Yeah, but he's in the band. He plays the part the whole 9 yards. So he kind of gets into the role,
Brett,
but I'm gonna be honest, everybody started looking real good because we all thought we were getting signed for another season. Everybody's like, yeah, we got season 16 coming. Yeah.
But that fishing, so I was just watching that we were talking about the eels, which were the coolest things in that tank, the testolata eel and the blue ribbon eel, which I know you're going to bring up, the blue and yellow eel. Remember that one, Brett?
Yeah.
So that was my favorite eel in that tank because it's blue on the bottom. And then when after it gets mature, which is after about 3 years, it turns yellow, fully yellow, and that becomes a female.
It's like Ukraine.
Like what?
It's like Ukraine.
It's like the Ukrainian flag. Yeah.
Just behind the scenes stuff, all the cutaways that you guys do, Brett, of you and Wade sitting there cracking some jokes, talking about something. Where are those cutaways filmed? Where are they filming all that stuff?
In our building, we set up it was a storage room, and we turned the storage room into basically like a green screen room.
Oh, so it's done at ATM?
We would shoot. Yeah, it was down at ATM. We would shoot everything in the green screen room. And then when people would come down, we would show them where we would shoot, et cetera, et cetera.
They would put the aquarium and then in the green screen room and then shoot the beauties in there.
Okay. Now, you guys do the install during Clay Matthews. This was filmed that same year during the season of 2018. The season just started because you mentioned at one point, this is his bye week. You guys got to get in there that 1 week to install it. When did filming start in this episode? And when did everything wrap on this episode?
Man, I don't really remember when it really started, but I just know we were on restrictions because of his time frame and because of the building. And like you said it in the beginning, his office, they did his office first. They built that out completely so that we were able to put the aquarium in and get it filmed around his schedule. And that was, I think, the last season that he even played football.
Yeah.
Right. So it was our last and his last, and
That house is for sale now. I saw it in the Rob report for sale.
Yeah, listed for $30 million.
Yeah, 30 million.
Does it come with the tank?
Yeah, it came with the tank. And the article that was written about it talks about the aquarium being in the house and being on the show, et cetera, et cetera.
That's cool.
Yeah, the house is, I mean, you kind of get an idea of where they're going with it watching this episode, but to see what the house looks like now, finished, it's a breathtaking home. You guys, so it's set up where you and Wade are driving there with the tank. Did you guys drive to California from Las Vegas, or was that kind of just set up where you flew into town and hopped in the truck at the bottom of the hill and drove to his house?
Yeah, we hopped in the truck and drove from the bottom of the hill.
For real.
Yeah, I wasn't trekking in a truck. I never, honestly, after that 145 episodes in, it was limo or nothing.
For Brett, do you remember the cross country drives from Vegas to Florida? All night.
Oh my God.
All nighters. Yeah. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, I would never. Those guys would drive. We would wait. I would not drive at all.
So, but someone from your shop or the production crew would drive the tank out, and you guys would literally just hop in that truck and act like you just drove here across the country.
Literally, like the truck's here, park it down the block. Brett and Wade get in. Action. Was that a long trip?
So the whole thing with Wade being upset with you for not stopping for ice cream, you're literally in the car for 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
No, would get upset. He wanted his snacks.
It didn't matter whether it was 5 minutes or 50 minutes. He got upset.
It was a fun episode. Any behind the scenes stories you can give us on the install or working with Clay Matthews?
I just know that I was excited to go see Clay Matthews, like being a football fan, watching him play for all the years. And then I didn't know his dad was gonna be there. Already was on the family. Even his wife, I watched her on TV too. So it was kind of cool getting to get that whole vibe with the family. But let me tell you though, I laughed. Seriously, the golf club, that was really, really funny though. Like it was like one of those things that like they had me going, and I was like, I can't believe that you really threw his golf club over. Like it was really, really funny though.
At what point did they tell you? Because you were buckled over laughing. Your laughter is contagious watching that show.
They told me later on in the day. I was like, dude, that was really planned, right? That was planned, right? You guys didn't, and he was like, yeah, we planned it. I was like, all right, because that was freaking hilarious.
Oh.
It was just a good episode. It was fun episode overall. Just that aquarium. It was a pretty simple aquarium, but and obviously building things in there that had to come out because the wife really didn't want it to be too hokey was also a little bit of a challenge too.
We did a great job with the frozen tundra and then the whole cheesehead thing. That was fantastic with you and Wade not understanding what was going on. And then Agnes, you're at one point working on the field goal coral. And you're in the shop getting your hands dirty. It was a very creative build.
The cheesehead, remember?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I still have that. Who took that cheesehead? I think Jeff took that cheesehead home. Because his dad is a Green Bay Packers fanatic. So I think he took it home. We kept so much cool memorabilia, and I know Brett has a ton of it at his restaurant.
It's funny is I didn't get a Clay Matthews out of all the people that I brought stuff to and did stuff to. He was one of the guys that I actually didn't get anything signed from. I don't think.
Wow.
Kind of a little upset about that, to be honest, unless Wade got some stuff signed and kept it from me. I don't know, but I just don't remember I don't have anything in my collection. I don't really have, I think I have one little autograph picture, but I got jerseys from everybody, all kinds of crazy stuff, but I don't remember seeing any Clay Matthews stuff in my collection.
With something like this, you go in a shoot with Clay Matthews or any other celebrity, would you normally bring stuff with you, Brett, like a couple jerseys and footballs to have signed?
Yeah, I bring that stuff with me because I figured, look, if we're building them an aquarium and they're going to love the aquarium, we might as well get them to sign some stuff. So all of them signed it. Nobody had any qualms with signing anything. They were all pretty cool about it. Some of them even gave us some of their stuff. Like I have Anthony Davis's shoes. I have DeMarcus Cousins shoes. I got Randy Couture's gloves. Like I got a few things from different athletes, like that's actual their stuff.
My favorite thing, you want to know my favorite thing that I ever got was it was my birthday and I wasn't able to, everyone was gone on the road and you guys were doing Wyclef. Remember Wyclef's?
And we got him to sing happy birthday for you.
He said he played the piano and sang happy birthday to me while they
Recorded it.
And they recorded it, and he sang happy birthday to me on the piano by Wyclef. It was amazing.
How pretty cool is that? You get to get Wyclef sing you happy birthday.
It was amazing. It was like a very crazy moment.
That's
So
spectacular.
like that. Did you see this?
Hey, how come you guys are you guys on Cameo?
Yeah, I hadn't really used it all that much, but I had it like on
I'm not. You know what? Honestly, if people want me to say hello to them, I'll do it for free.
Yeah. Like last time I did it too, it was like it asked to pay and I did it for free too. Like I don't.
It's a lot of work. It's just honestly, it's just I don't know. It's cool and all, but if people get a hold of me, I make videos for them for nothing. You know, I don't know. It was just I don't know. It was a headache, and I don't really need the extra money. It was cool. Fans get a hold of me. I don't have a problem with giving them shout outs.
But Brett, you are on OnlyFans though, right?
That is a negative.
Are you JC?
I'm not on. Yeah, this is where I do my OnlyFans stuff.
You know, people ask me that all the time, and no, I'm not on OnlyFans.
Well, it was a fun episode to watch, and like I said, I felt like really great energy from you guys during this episode. It was just a cool episode to watch, and what a character Clay Matthews, and what another outstanding build that you guys did on this episode.
It was a lot of fun. It was a touchdown for sure.
It was a lot of fun, and let me tell you that he lived where the Kardashians live, like in Calabasas. Let me tell you something. The house and his house and just the houses there were just ridiculous. It was amazing.
They were really cool. Beautiful.
Well, we can pull together $30 million. It can be ours.
There you go.
Hey, make a wish this Saturday. Brett, are you going?
Where?
Make a wish. Walk.
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Let's do it, JC.
Awesome.
We'll see
Let's
you
do
there.
it. All right, that should do it for episode number 18. Wow,
18.
We're cruising along here of Going Fishing with Brett Raymer from Tank. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. See you next week. Love you guys. Go Cowboys, Agnes.